Welcome, 8th grade. Today we are going to work on solving radical equations. So up to now we've been dealing with radical expressions. Now we actually have an equal sign and a value that we are trying to find a solution. So just like solving any equation, you have to isolate something, right? The isolation will be of the radical. The radical will contain the unknown, and therefore you can find the unknown. What's different here is that this checking of solutions becomes extremely important. Extremely important. Now, like some of you are going to want to skip this step, but you'll see tomorrow why it is that that is not a good idea. So today is the first day to practice that. So here's an equation. Square root of x minus 3 is equal to 4. So the steps that we go through are just like we would to solve any equation. We need to isolate it. So we would add 3 to both sides of this equation. So now we end up with the square root of x is equal to 7. And now in order to get rid of the radical symbol, we need to square this. And if we square one side of the equation, we square the other side of the equation. So the square root of x squared would be x is equal to 49. And now when we check it, we'll replace x with 49. The square root of 49 is 7, minus 3 does equal 4. So that is a correct solution. So now we have the square root of x plus 7 is equal to 12. Well, to isolate the x, we would subtract 7 from both sides, and we're left with the square root of x is equal to 5. And to get rid of that, we would square both sides. So x is equal to 25. So now let's replace x with 25. The square root of 25 is 5 plus 7 does equal to 12. So again, we have confirmed that our answer works. The square root of y minus 4 is equal to 5. So to isolate y, we add 4 to both sides. So now we have the square root of y is equal to 9. And now let's go ahead and square both sides. Y is equal to 81. So replace y with 81. The square root of 81 is 9 minus 4 does equal 5. All right, now there may be more than one thing happening in the radical. In this case, we're going to subtract 2 from c. So now we're going to just start by squaring both sides. Okay, that gets rid of the radical and then helps us to isolate the variable. So this is going to give us c minus 2 is equal to 36. Add 2 to both sides, c is equal to 38. So checking that, I replace c with 38. 38 minus 2 is 36. The square root of 36 is 6. All right, we could have radicals on both sides of the equation. Doesn't really change the process, right? Square both sides in order to remove the radical. So we have 3n minus 2 is equal to n plus 6. Now we can subtract an n from both sides. 2n minus 2 is equal to 6. Add 2 to both sides. 2n is equal to 8, so n is equal to 4. So let's check and see if that works. If we put 4n for n on this side, we would have the square root of 10. And if we put 4n for this side, 3 times 4 is 12 minus 2. Also gives us 10, so the square root of 10 does equal the square root of 10, and that is correct. All right, so here again, radicals on both sides. Square it, square it. 3x plus 4 is equal to 5x minus 6. I think I would subtract 3x from both sides, and I would add 6 to both sides if I just do it all in one step. So we have 10 on the left-hand side is equal to 2x, so x is equal to 5. So this would be 15 plus 4, square root of 19 on this side, and 25 minus 6 would also give us the square root of 19. So I did confirm that my solution was a good one. Okay, so your assignment is to practice 14 problems, doing exactly like we just did, solving and checking to make sure your solution works. Okay, give it a try. See you later. Bye.